Have you ever heard two Armenians read the same word completely differently? That's because Eastern and Western Armenian pronounce several letters in different ways. Hi everyone, today I'm going to explain one of the biggest pronunciation differences between Eastern and Western Armenian, the consonant triplets. These are groups of three letters that share one base sound, but each dialect pronounces them differently. Let's go group by group. The first group is B, P, P. At first, let's learn how to pronounce the letters correctly in Eastern Armenian. I want to remind that I teach only Eastern Armenian. First letter we pronounce B, B. When you pronounce the word like Bob or bank in English. The second letter is P. We pronounce that with lips, so it's P. Maybe we don't have this letter in English, but we have a sound when you say spider or speaking. The third letter of this group is P, when you pronounce the word pen or pumpkin. The main topic here is that when we pronounce B in Eastern Armenian, we pronounce P in Western Armenian. In Eastern Armenian, we pronounce Barev. In Western Armenian, we pronounce Parev. But we write exactly the same way. So, in Eastern Armenian, we pronounce P, and the same letter we pronounce B in Western Armenian. For example, this word PT, I pronounce PT in Eastern Armenian, I pronounce BD in Western Armenian. This word Baikar, we pronounce Baikar in Eastern Armenian, Baikar in Western Armenian. Fortunately, the letter P stays P both in Eastern Armenian and Western Armenian. When we say papuk, is the same papuk in Western Armenian. That's why we say pochel both in Eastern Armenian and in Western Armenian. The second group is G, K, K. At first, let's learn how to pronounce them correctly in Eastern Armenian. First letter is G, G. How you pronounce the word gate or go in English. The second one is K. Maybe we don't have this letter in English, but we have the sound when we pronounce skate. The last letter in this group is K, K. How you pronounce the word cat in English. What's going on in Eastern Armenian and Western Armenian? This letter G, in Eastern Armenian we pronounce G. In Western Armenian we pronounce K. In Eastern Armenian we say gini for wine, and we say kini in Western Armenian. In Eastern Armenian we say gor. In Western Armenian, we say koch. There is no difference when we write, just pronunciation is different. When we have a letter K, we pronounce G in Western Armenian. When in Eastern Armenian we pronounce gat, in Western Armenian we say gat, or katu, gadu. And what about the letter K? It stays K, both in Eastern Armenian and in Western Armenian. When we say karak, it's the same in Western Armenian, karak. Or when we say kanel, the same kanel in Western Armenian. The third group is D, T, T. The first letter we pronounce D, D. When you pronounce the word donkey in English. Second letter is T. We don't have this letter in English, but we have a sound when you say student. And the last letter is T. T. It's easy when you pronounce teacher in English. What's going on in this group? When we have a letter D in Eastern Armenian, we say T in Western Armenian. For example, das, tas. Danak, tanak. This letter T, we pronounce T in Eastern Armenian and we pronounce D in Western Armenian. For example, tun, we say dun in Western Armenian. T stays T. When we say tutak, is the same tutak in Western Armenian, or when we say tarchel, is the same tarchel. Z, ц, ц. Let's pronounce together because it's hard. You can try after me. Z, z. It's like the z together. Z, z. Second one is ц, ц. Third one is ц, ц. Let's understand what's going on in Eastern and Western Armenian. When we say z in Eastern Armenian, we pronounce ц in Western Armenian. For example, dzmer, tsmer, dzerk, tserk. When we pronounce ц in Eastern Armenian, we pronounce z in Western Armenian. For example, tsagig is dzagig, tsov, dzov. Ц stays ц both in Eastern Armenian and Western Armenian. For example, tsoren is the same tsoren. Tsurt, tsurt. The last triplet is j, ch, ch. This one is also very hard to pronounce, so you can repeat after me. J, j. Second one is ch, ch. Last one is ch, ch. How you pronounce the word chips in English? Let's understand what's going on in this triplet. When we have a letter j in Eastern Armenian, it becomes ch in Western Armenian. For example, jur, chur. When we have ch in Eastern Armenian, we pronounce j in Western Armenian. For example, jash, jash, jermak, jermak. What about ch? It stays the same both in Eastern and Western Armenian. For example, the word chir is also chir in Western Armenian, or chamich, chamich, the same. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel to learn Armenian in a short time. Եթե քեզ դուր եկավ այս հոլովակը, չմոռանաս հավանել այն եւ բաժանորդագրվել իմ ալիքին։